So they all start, going back and forth. Jen's cleaning up her hair. And Teresa tells me that and I remember when she told me this, David, she's like, can we please make sure we fucking get her ass? She says white trash. Teresa wanted us to go after Melissa Gorga on social media for saying white trash. But I told her, Teresa, we can't do that because in Nashville, when you threw all that shit on Margaret, you were calling her white trash. Because Teresa was like, that's racist. When we see that scene, I need you guys to call Melissa racist. And I was like, we can't because you said it to Margaret when you pushed all that shit on her. So, that just goes to show you guys too, Teresa's mentality. Like she wanted social media to attack her own sister-in-law. But anyway, so then,
So I have a question first.
yeah,
Why is it so right? It was a plastic pitcher. You're saying production put it there. Yeah, sometimes they put blankets and pillows. And so it slipped. The glass is on Jennifer. So when we see the glass in the preview, you think it's those glasses? Did
the
production put
glasses.
glass there? I mean, I assume it's the glasses.
No, it's the martini glass and wine glass. And I think even the salad plate broke when it hit the ground, but I don't think it was a pitcher because Jen said it was plastic.
And so when Jennifer and Teresa told you, or I guess Jennifer at that time, because you were in their camp, did Jennifer say this like, oh, it's a plastic pitcher?
Yeah, she said it was plastic. Now, she made that very clear to me. So I don't know who was out there trying to say it was glass. And it's so funny how they were like, oh, per the OK Magazine article, a violent scene was cut. No, it wasn't. There was no violent scene. I would say what was a little more violent was the plastic cup getting smashed on her head. But again, like, who's ragging about violent scenes getting cut? We saw Teresa freaking throw all that shit on the table at Margaret. We've seen her tell Danielle pull her hair. Like, Bravo is not going to cut something like that out. So the fact that they're making a big deal tells me it's coming from Jen Aydin's camp.
Like
But the
you
fact
think
that that was
they're
even
putting it
leaked.
out there to OK Magazine, which obviously then it gets picked up everywhere if it's in a
Yeah, I
OK.
think someone in that camp is pushing the violent scene getting cut to make Danielle look bad. And I'm seeing and I personally believe that it was Jen Aydin, her camp. But again, guys, it wasn't violent. It didn't even hit her. And I just tweeted yesterday, David. I don't know if you saw it. Jen Aydin herself said the pitcher didn't make contact with her. So for all the people saying Danielle throws a glass pitcher and hits Jen with it, those are lies, guys, because Jen herself made it clear to me it didn't make contact with her. So then
Interesting.
after that whole shit show, they all come back to the table, and I've said this before. Jennifer had like that queen mentality, where she like, okay, Danielle can sit at my table, like she can come back. So everyone returns, and Teresa did tell me that Jen Fessler, after the shit show, she was just like, I'm out. So Jen Fessler leaves early, according to Teresa. So I don't think Jen Fessler witnesses Teresa going in on Marge and the whole Jackie expose, because Teresa mentioned that Jen Fessler bails. So then Teresa starts going in on Margaret. She's like, you told the Fudas that we hired a PI to bring Brittany out. And Rachel interrupts Teresa. And she's like, no, Teresa, I told you that it was a family friend. Like, stop. Why are you blaming Margaret? And Teresa's like, yeah, whatever. Like, Teresa was being a bitch. And she's like, yeah, okay, I remember. It was a family friend. And Rachel got mad and she was like, keep my husband's name, we saw that in the preview, out of your fat hot dog lips mouth. So then, boom, Rachel attacks Teresa, tells her, keep his name out of your mouth. Well, Teresa, per her note, says that Margaret tries to explain the timeline, how it doesn't align with 2021, that she wasn't talking to Vanessa. And then, boom, Margaret drops, well, it was Jackie who was talking to Vanessa. So remember in the preview, we see Margaret telling Joe Benigno, hey, Jackie Judas Goldschneider, do you want us to tell Teresa, do you want me to tell Teresa what you've been doing? Well, that's the bombshell she drops, that Jackie was talking to Vanessa. And the tea that I have based off of what Jackie ended up telling to Teresa after the finale, you guys, and I don't think this is out there anywhere. Teresa did tell me that Jackie admitted, because at first Teresa says at the luncheon that at first Jackie denies it. After Margaret exposes her, Jackie tries to deny it, you guys. And then eventually she fesses up to it. She admits it. And then Teresa turns to her and she's like, I understand why you did it. You know, the whole Evan cheating thing like didn't sit well. Like Teresa ends up forgiving Jackie and understanding it all, but yet she's still so furious at Marge, which didn't make sense. But Teresa told me post the finale that Jackie does tell her, yes, I had Vanessa Reiser and Vanessa M, which was another ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
They were at my house, Teresa. And Teresa was like, you know what? Like, I told Jackie, I don't even want to hear it. But Jackie was like, Jackie, you guys, was being persistent to Teresa. And I almost feel like Jackie in that moment, guys, was warning Teresa about Louie. Because when Jackie tells Teresa, the girls, the two ex-girlfriends that were at the house, she says that Vanessa M told Jackie that she was living with Louie. So Louie had his own place and Vanessa M lived down at the shore. And the day that Teresa met Louie at the shore, that he was leaving Vanessa M's house, that he was full on, they were going back and forth, but they were like staying with each other at their houses. He was in a full on relationship with Vanessa M when he met Teresa. And that Jackie was trying to break that down and explain it to Teresa. She was like, you know, when we see, remember when Evan and the guys, Teresa, went out to dinner with Louie and Bill Aydin left, he was mad. And I was like, what is she talking about? She's like, remember the scene with Tiki? I was like, oh, okay, yes. And I remember Evan Goldschneider was like, get the fuck out of here to Bill Aydin because they were mad. She goes, okay, well, Jackie was trying to tell me that Louie said during that scene, and Jackie, it never left Jackie. Jackie remembers Louie saying to the men that night at men's night, and this was filmed, guys, that Louie was like, I thought I was going to be alone for the rest of my life. And Jackie was like, bullshit, because you were living with a woman. You were in a relationship the night you met Teresa, telling this woman how you were going to propose, how you loved her, how she was it for you. And yet, boom, you meet Teresa Giudice after you're leaving her house. And then this is it. You go and marry her. Like, it's crazy. So guys, I even do like Jackie, as you know, whatever gripe anyone may have about her, she was still, after the season 14 finale was filmed, was trying to warn Teresa about Louie. So I give that to Jackie. That, you know, that took a lot of nerve, because guess what, guys? Sometimes you cannot tell Teresa Giudice how you really feel because she will jump down your throat. She's spicy like that. But Jackie, even after it was admitted that she was talking to Vanessa Reiser and she had the two Vanessas at her house, still went out on a limb to warn Teresa about Louie. So props to Jackie for that.
And
But anyway,
do you think Teresa really likes Jackie? Like they had that picture at dinner a few weeks ago. Like again, she needs her, like she needs
no,
Jacqueline and all
I
these other
don't think
people from her past.
I don't think she likes her, especially since she was like way involved with the exes. But I think she needs her. So big difference there. She doesn't like her, but she needs her. Just like Kim D. She hates Kim, but she needs her. You know, so I just think Jackie's another person that Teresa's going to use to further her little narrative and her storyline on the show.
And you have said this here before about Jackie. You spilled that tea like a few weeks ago or last week, but that's probably when Jackie says all season, Margaret has done something so egregious that I can't return from. That's probably what she means, like
Yeah,
using